When I send an email, when I go down to the subject line, oftentimes as I'm typing out what this email is going to be all about, I quickly realize that I've pretty much written my entire email in the subject line. I know it's ridiculous. You probably don't have that struggle. I do. But I just want them to know what this is all about. A hero of mine struggled with the same thing. Well, it wasn't really a struggle because back then it was a different time and it was more the practice. And it wasn't a email, it was a book. And so since there's no email, it wasn't the subject line, it was actually the title of the book. But other than all of those things, it was exactly the same. It was a book by William Wilberforce, and we commonly refer to this book as either Real Christianity or A Practical View of Christianity. And that's because we can never remember the title. And I cannot remember the title right now, and that's why I'm going to read it. It is a practical view of the prevailing religious system of professed Christians in the higher and middle classes in this country, contrasted with real Christianity. And I love that. One, it's so precise. It gives you a roadmap, the reader, a roadmap for exactly what it is they're about to digest from this text. And it tells you who the audience is. It tells you the circumstances, why they're writing, and it doesn't pull a punch. And I love the book. You know, it's been in vogue to apply the same principle from subject lines to titles to now, over the last several years, companies and churches and even individuals for their personal lives have wanted to adopt, we don't call it a subject line or a title, but a purpose statement for that company, church, or individual life. Something that, you know, for a company to let all the customers, to let people know what they are all about, and to remind themselves as a company that this is what all of our resources are garnered towards accomplishing this goal. That if we don't accomplish this, then we have failed as a company. That these other competing possibilities that we could accomplish, if they distract from this goal, then they need to be removed. These things are peripheral. This is the all to which we exist for. Or churches, this is why we exist. Or individual lives, setting up a purpose statement saying, you know, this is what my life is about. I will order my long-term goals, my years, my days, and my day-to-day decisions to fall under this aim. That my all would be towards this. Okay, so let's play with this idea for a minute. What would it be like to come up with a purpose statement that captured the all of all boats? All right, not just any boat, just a singular boat, but something that was applicable to all boats at all times, all waters. What would be a purpose statement for the all of all boats? You know, because not all boats are alike. Some are speed boats, so they need a particular motor and certain aerodynamics and a shape that will cut through the water. Others are made for luxury, maybe a pontoon boat, or maybe entertainment, a cruise ship that needs to be fixed with food service and maybe a pool or basketball goal or slide and many rooms for many passengers. And then we have small boats. What is that, a gondola? What is that thing called? It's propelled by a stick or oars. You know, what would be applicable to all boats at all times? I don't know. I might say float stuff well. You know, if you fail at that, you fail at life as a boat. All right, but moving from boats now to Ecclesiastes. And here, the book of Ecclesiastes gives attention to what is the all of man. All men at all time and all circumstances. It says, vanity of vanities, all is vanity. As he surveys the particular things that man could be involved in and accomplishing and working towards, it says all of it is vanity. What advantage does man have for all the work which he does under the sun.